That's our opener. Piss water.
Nice. Tony's the first one in. I love it.
You're gonna say you don't like. Hey, I just texted the girls in my chat and told them I'm about to go live. We have made an all-girls chat. I've got 6 hot cappers from the Morning Wood in my phone right now, and we have an all-girls power chat going on. So that's what's up, guys. So that aside, today we're doing Capper Q&A, and we're going to talk baseball futures. All right, now huge baseball fan for sure, but haven't done a ton of work thus far leading up to this because I'm so into the dance right now. So Sean Higgs up on top. How's it going, man?
All right. We're just, like you said, you're not into baseball yet because it's still March Madness, but I got to tell you, I'm playing like out of the park baseball online. I love it. Baseball is my favorite sport. There's just so much to bet on, future wise, home runs, wins. It's just, I love it.
Sorry, I accidentally hit a button and now I'm in a place, so I gotta get you guys all back in line.
All right.
Okay, there we go, and there we go. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna mess with it again. Okay. All right, so Nick and Tim Earle, you guys are all decked out over there. It's funny, I'm wearing Las Vegas 51s, who was the farm team for the Mets, so not planned. We didn't plan this. Can't write this stuff.
I have no jerseys to wear. They're in a box, in a moving facility somewhere.
No jersey in Jersey. That should be the name of your show. No jersey in Jersey. There it is. Okay, guys. So what do we want to open up with here? I know you've got some stuff prepared. Higgs, why don't you kind of kick this off for me here? What do you got going on?
Well, you know what? Why don't we start over in the NL East? We got the guys with the Mets jerseys on, so we're going to start with some who I like, my favorite win total out here, and I'm going to go over Nationals, 84.5. Now, shop around. These numbers could go up and down. I'm probably sure everybody's might have a different number. These are – I did a show last week, so that maybe they moved a little bit. I don't know. But I like the Nats. One, you got to like the pitching staff. Strasburg should be healthy. We know about Corbin. We know about Mad Max. They also bring in Lester. Again, old guy, but veteran. I like the whole new atmosphere kind of go. Maybe it gives him a little fresh pump of blood. He doesn't have to be the ace. He's 4 down the line, maybe even 5 if they bring up somebody from the minors. Juan Soto, my MVP choice. I like him. I like Turner. I like Robles. This is a pretty good offense. And then you bring in 2 projects, not even projects, like Bell and Schreiber. They were good. Then they went bad. But how much is that towards the COVID season? So I'm looking for bounce backs from some veteran guys. 84.5 seems low, especially with the staff when you got 2 guys in Strass and Scherzer who could just flat out dominate anytime they go out. 7-8 innings of no hit ball, 1-run ball, something like that, keep you in it. So I'll go over that 84.5.
All right, Nats over the 84.5. What do you guys think about that, Earls?
I think the Nationals are definitely going to get slept on. The top 3 teams in the division, Mets, Braves, and Nationals, should all be over. And I essentially think that all 3 of those teams should be able to just beat up on Philadelphia and beat up on Miami, which will help them bring up their win total to where they need to in order to get to the over. For this division, I got the Braves, and I got it over 91.5 games. I projected them around 94. This team was really good last year. Yes, 2020. You really shouldn't really take much from it. It was a shortened season. But Freeman won the MVP. Acuna could possibly do it this year. Their pitching staff should be solid. Soroka's back. Frida's back. Bullpen's pretty good. I think the Braves will win the division. So take them there. But I got the over 91.5 games, 91.5 wins, I should say.
All right. Beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I'm obsessed with the Braves. They're actually like the reason I watch baseball was Chipper Jones' rookie year when they won it all with Greg Maddux and Smoltz and Glavine was the third one. So I am a huge Braves person, and yeah, I'm all for them. And I love their young talent. They're so fun to watch. You can tell they love the game. Like they're out there having fun with each other and rooting each other on. So I have high hopes for the Braves this year as well. All right, Higgs, what else do you got?
Let's go Central Division. I'm going over Milwaukee Brewers 83.5. Oh, we got the. All right, I don't want to start fight with the brothers. We missed one.
Oh, did we? I'm sorry. I missed a brother. You literally look exactly alike. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just got skipped over there, and I was about to give my pick for the NL East.
Sorry. You guys stop me and tell me. I'm sorry. It's
All
sorry.
good. Also, I just want to touch back on the Braves as well. One thing I really liked is they were. Keep in mind, they were up 3-1 in the NLCS last year, one game away from the World Series. They had really good talented pitching, Max Fried, Ian Anderson, and Kyle Wright. So what do they do in the offseason? Oh, yeah, they only add Drew Smiley and Charlie Morton. So this team has only gotten better, which is absolutely terrifying. This team is actually, I think, a World Series contender with those LA Dodgers. But for my NL East pick, I got to go with the New York Mets here. I like the over here. What did they do this offseason? Probably the biggest move they made this whole offseason, they got rid of the coupons. That plain and simple. They got rid of the Wilpons, and that's the biggest add they could, or the biggest subtraction they could have ever had this offseason. Not to mention, they've gone out and they got some players. Very underestimated move getting starting pitcher Yamamoto from Miami. They got Tajon Walker and Carrasco and Joey Lucchesi from San Diego. And then a couple underrated plays with Kevin Pillar and Trevor May for that bullpen. Oh, not to mention they went out and got the best shortstop in the MLB in Francisco Lindor. Granted, they did lose a few pieces that were good. I'm going to miss Justin Wilson in that bullpen. They kind of replaced him with May, though. They got rid of Rosario and Jimenez, part of that trade with Lindor. And they got rid of Porcello and Waka and replaced them with Walker and Carrasco. So I think a huge upgrade on that bullpen already. Plus, this bullpen looks really strong. You got the best pitcher in baseball with Jacob deGrom, Carlos Carrasco. They re-signed Marcus Stroman. Also, they have Peterson, which looks good. They're going to have Tajon Walker, Lucchesi. Not to mention, halfway through the season, Thor will make his return, Noah Syndergaard. If he can get a good season out of him, this Mets team is a World Series contender.
When's the last time
they had a great offseason. Huh?
When's the last time you said that?
20 years
2015.
All right. Fair enough. What was the number that it's going over?
89.5.
Perfect.
This team is easily a 90-win team.
All right. I like it.
That's a kiss of death when you're a fan and you say that.
It is. I should temper my expectations, but it's all good.
Tommy John surgery for DeGrom, Lindor pulls an ACL. Knee injury, he's gone.
No, give it till June. Come on.
Oh my God!
You can't put that out in the universe and say stuff like that. You can't even throw that out there in the world to hear.
When I lived in Seattle, we were watching a Seahawks game at the bar, and everyone's just screaming and yelling at the refs. And my roommate goes, "I hope you tear your ACL." And like the bar went silent. It was like, too far, man. Too far. Don't go there. That's real stuff. All right, Higgs, what else are you looking at over there?
Okay, so Central, the Brewers. I like over 83.5. I saw might be up to 84. Everybody's going to be high in the Cardinals. They don't get Orlando. Oh, super him and Goldie at first base. It's like you got the new Bash brothers or something, but I'm just not sold on this pitching staff. I mean, Wainwright's like 40. All right, what's he kicking out to you? Colton Wong, he left as good as he was for them. Now you got a big hole defensively for St. Louis. Now he's filling that gap for the Brewers. This is a good team. Last year they were crap. They couldn't get anything out of their bats. Okay, again, that's an anomaly to me because it was a season where the Miami Marlins make the playoffs. I mean, where's that? This year they're going to win 61 games. It's it just plays out that way. Give me this pitching staff under the radar, sneaky, very good. I love Brandon Woodruff, I believe. I think that's the name, Woodruff, right? I don't even know who he is. The staff is good. It is underrated. No one's giving him any love because St. Louis is like the Steelers of football. These guys, no matter who they bring, everybody just contributes. It's like just the mentality from the top down. Every year they're just in the playoffs. They're good. They got somebody comes in. You're like, who the heck's this guy hitting 332, like 17 homers, 89, just filling up the stats across the board. So they're good like that. But I'm not buying it. I'm taking the Brewers. No, everybody's going to be sleeping on them. Go through their roster. This is a good team. Nobody hit last year, but I'm throwing that out. That's an odd season. It was a short season. Brewers are going to surprise big time. 90-win team. Don't be shocked.
I don't think you're wrong there. The Brewers are a scrappy team. And it wasn't last season, but
Great
the season
bullpen.
before.
Bullpen's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hater, and they got the rookie of the year, that kid out there. I don't even know, stole it from what's his name? Who's the third baseman? Brahm? Is that the Phillies guy? I had him as a rookie of the year. Bohm? Who's the third guy on Phillies? The Met guy should know. You should hate him. You should be spitting on him. He's played for the Phillies.
I'm
trying to remember who it was.
Bohm, isn't it Bohm? Bohem?
Bohm or whatever, right?
Yeah. So I was thinking I'm looking pretty. This guy comes up a little late. He hits 300, has a nice season, and then some guy in the bullpen goes 27 innings and strikes out 900 guys, and he gets it. So, Brewers.
All right, what do you guys think about the Brewers? Are you with it? You got something else? What are you guys doing there?
Yeah, I can definitely see the Brewers performing really well. This division's a big question mark for me this year. I think it's going to be one of those divisions where 85, 86 wins get you the division. I think that reflects with the odds where they're the favorites only at plus 105 or something like that. When a lot of these divisions, like the White Sox are minus 120, the Yankees are minus 200. They're like a very small favorite, or if that. So, and there's a couple of teams that are up in that high. So it's going to be interesting to see. The central team I'm looking at, though, is the Chicago Cubs. Now, you were mentioning Miami Marlins. They're the ones that knocked out these Cubbies last year, as Cubs just didn't look great last year. They took a huge step down, and I think that's going to happen once again. They're losing their best pitcher in Yu Darvish. They lost Lester. They lost some power in the middle of their lineup with Schwarber. They lost Quintana and Chatwood. They lost so much starting pitching this offseason. It felt like a fire sale for them. I'm going way under the total of 79.5 for this team. They have for their rotation Hendricks, and that's just about it for it. They have a washed-up Arrieta, Zach Davies, Alec Mills. I don't see much from this Cubs rotation at all. Plus, Bryant and Rizzo, they're a little bit I think Rizzo is still kind of in his prime, but Bryant was showing a lot of regression last year. Granted, you can't really take too much from the COVID season of 2020, but this Cubs team took a huge step back, and I'm going under the total for them, 79.5 for the Cubs.
I love that. That was great analysis too. I dig that play. I'm going to get on that play. You sold me, friend. You sold me. I like it a lot. All right. What about your friend there? What's he thinking?
I agree with the Cubs. They should not be good this year. They're big digression, but another team that's going to be very similar to that, I feel, is the Cincinnati Reds. That's the team I went and looked at. I have them under the 82.5 games. I have them projected around 77. They lost their Cy Young pitcher in Trevor Bauer. Votto is starting to slow down. Suarez was a pretty good last season, but the rest of the lineup is just meh. Moustakas, you don't know what you're going to get from him. Pitching rotation's all right. Gray and Castillo should be a good one too, but that's pretty much it that they have. Bullpen needs some help. Overall, it was just a bad offseason for the Reds, and I just see them as a fourth place, third place team in the division. Very mediocre year.
I believe they were number 1 in the division at the beginning of last year, weren't they? And then it was pretty disappointing. I like Moustakas a lot
offense.
too.
They could not go last year.
Yeah, they couldn't hit the freaking ball. And Moustakas was out for a lot, wasn't he? If I remember, he was injured for good chunks of that already.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
and who did they bring in from the Tigers? The outfielder, Castellanos or whoever, right?
Yeah. Castellanos. He's been meh.
That only time will tell for that one. That's definitely gonna be a project for them.
Only time will tell. Lenny's the Detroit Tigers are a young team, and he has high hopes for them. Do we have any thoughts on the Tigers?
Don't have high hopes.
This is gonna be another rebuilding year for them. They're gonna be fun to watch. They're a very young team. You're gonna get some no names that come out, and you'll probably have one of your starting pitchers have 15, 16, 17 wins by the end of the year. The Tigers are just not going to win that many games. They're going to be the 5th place team in the Central, and it's a rebuilding year.
Yeah, year or two for them, because they got some good. Mize is up. He came up last year, and they got that other kid supposed to come up this year. So they're probably a year or two away from being good.
Yeah, I can see the Tigers kind of being like the Ottawa Senators of the NHL right now, where they have a lot of young talent, very fun to watch, but they're not going to get you many wins.
Well, when they do get you wins, they're going to be plus money, it sounds like. So keep your eye out for those opportunities.
Plus 200 dogs hitting really nice. So
I got to say real fast, Elliot says he has to come to Jersey for a Jersey Mike sub. Elliot, you come to Jersey. If you go to Jersey Mike's, someone's going to just punch you in your head. You don't come here and go to Jersey Mike's. You go to like the deli guy, the real like Italian deli sandwich place and get it. You don't go to Jersey. That's like,
I didn't even. I mean, I guess I knew that Jersey Mike's is from Jersey, but like we have them in Vegas. I didn't realize it was that big.
And they're terrible. The first time I went to visit my brother-in-law in Texas, he's like, "Oh, let's go to Jersey Mike's." I'm like, "This is crap. Why the hell would I want to come here?" I said, "Take me to In-N-Out. Give me some fast food I never had before. We got Jersey Mike's."
Oh, you're going to be a big fan of Whataburger when you're down in Texas. You got to get your Whataburger and your Dairy Queen because that's.
I had Whataburger when I went down in January. It's better than In-N-Out. I had Whataburger, Jack in the Crack.
You don't have Jack in the Box there? God,
there was one Jack in the Box when I was like 5, and it turned into a McDonald's.
Fair enough.
I don't even eat McDonald's, believe it or not. I'm more of a Burger King chicken sandwich guy, but I went to the Whataburger is great. That is fabulous. Those In-N-Out things, I didn't like them. And they're good.
From Texas, you call it a water burger, but
no, I'll change. I'm gonna change that whole landscape when I get down there.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll second it. I'll come with you. We can lead a brigade.
I can't wait to get like a 40-gallon hat for my head, like my basketball shorts and pair of boots. And like one of those like tassel ties that they wear down there. Like, hey,
it's a bolo tie.
Is that what it is? I have no idea.
It's a bolo.
This is my fashion is a dry fit Nike shirt that's like a polo. That's dressed up for me.
Oh gosh. I have to go through 3 outfits a day just to do this show. Okay, Higgs, who else you got? What else are we looking at?
We'll go to the West here. Under Colorado. I don't care what the total is. Under. This team is going to be absolutely pathetic. So there's nothing even to say about them. They're terrible. They got Trevor Story. That guy's gonna be he'll be dealt in 3 months. They have nobody. They have nothing. Their minor leagues are terrible. I could have, listen, you got the Padres here and the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers probably go over there win total. They're just that. I think they have like 9 starting pitchers. They're just so deep and good everywhere. But if I got to pick something here, I'll go Colorado being absolutely pathetic. And I'll be betting whenever they're at home, I'll be on the other side probably because you only got to probably like lay 140 instead of like 270 when they're on the road playing anyone else. So I think the Rockies are going to be absolutely pathetic. I think they'll be worse than the Pirates, believe it or not. And the Pirates are supposed to be really bad, but I think Colorado's going to be worse because they'll be anybody who actually shows any kind of talent or having a good year, some 26-year-old, 27, they'll ship them out and be like, all right, we could flip them for a prospect. So they got nowhere to go except down.
What was the number on that?
I got 63.5.
All right, 63.5.
Guaranteed they lose 100 games.
Oh crap! I lost it. There we go.
Right. Okay. I won't be shocked. They'll be like, where's Lenny at? He'll be like a Detroit team, like 55 and 107.
I was thinking 56 and 106.
Yeah.
2 seasons ago, I had a future on them, and I ended up hedging it, and I was cool, but like they were so much better. And then last year, they were just so much worse, and Blackman couldn't seem to get his crap together. And so, yeah, it's unfortunate because I like the Rockies, but I'm with you on this. I don't see them. 63.5 is a low number, though, isn't it?
It is
not low enough.
Okay. Well, that's why just double checking, all right, what do you got, Nick?
I looked at the Slam Diego Padres, and I got them over the 95.5. This team, they looked really good last year. They had really talented hitting. Tatis Jr. is a stud. Machado is a stud. Hosmer is really good. And then they get Cronenworth, the rookie, who could have also been rookie of the year as well. He had a really good season. And this team, they made the playoffs. They looked good. They kind of challenged the Dodgers. And then they're the only thing that they really was low on was their rotation. So what did they do? Along with having Lamet and Paddock in their lineup or in their rotation, now they added Musgrove, very underestimated move I think there. Oh yeah, and they go out and get Yu Darvish and Blake Snell, 2 of the best pitchers in baseball. This team is going to be able to pitch now. This team's going to be able to hit. This team's a 100-win team, and they're a World Series contender. This team was built to compete with this Dodgers team. And also one other very underestimated signing. They bolstered their bullpen a little bit more with Mark Melancon, which I really like that move. So this San Diego Padres team, they're a 100-win team, so over 95.5 on that total. I feel like it's a low number for them.
I love that. I work for the Aviators, who is the Athletics, but a lot of the Aviators players actually went to the Padres. So I watched the Padres a lot last season. I love that young talent. Tatis Jr. is like one of my faves. And I already got a future on him. So it's the only baseball bet that I have made is on the Padres. When Snell went there, Snell's like my fave pitcher. When Snell went, I was like, okay, it's over. It's over now, guys. So I get that they have to beat the Dodgers. But you know what? Teams beat the Dodgers. It happens, so I'm not going crazy over it. What do you, real quick?
Don't
Blue
skip.
Jays
Don't
another
come to me yet.
Huh?
Don't
I'm coming to you,
come to me
Tim.
yet.
I'm coming to you. Don't worry. That's why I said real quick before we go to Tim. Blue Jays being a good over the total bet this season. What do you got? I love the Blue Jays this season. I love the Blue Jays, period. Vlad Guerrero Sr. was like one of my guys. So I'm all for them. How do you guys feel about this?
I just said this. Let me just real fast. I said this the other day in my chat. I said I'll be doing baseball another week or two. Blue Jays, first of all, they're playing in Florida. So it's going to be nice, humid. Balls will be their pitching is so-so. It's a so-so staff, but the offense is stacked. And who they're facing? Hitters coming in from the Yankees. The Red Sox got bats, overs all day long in Florida. Absolutely. No doubt.
Them.
Right out of the gate down there.
I'm excited. Okay, Tim, who's your next pick?
We're going to go back real quick to the NL West. First of all, I'm going to get on Higgs. I agree with the Rockies pick in terms of them being the worst team in baseball. The only reason why I think they're going to be worse than Pittsburgh is their strength of schedule. You got to keep in mind they got a bunch of games against these Padres and against the Dodgers this year.
38. They could go 0-38.
Realistically, if they could probably win 4 games out of those 38, and I'll be like, yeah, that's about right. I just don't think it's going to be manageable for them to even attempt to do anything. But in terms of my pick from the NL West, you got to go after the champs. I got the Dodgers over 103.5 wins. They're the number 1 team in baseball. Dominated 2020. Yes, it was a COVID year, but still. And they had one of the best staffs in the league. They have one of the best lineups in the league. And then what do? Go in the offseason after they see San Diego pick up a bunch of players? Hold my beer. I'm going to go get a Cy Young Award winner. So they decided to pick up Trevor Bauer. They're going to be the best team in the league. Honestly, if you're betting futures bets for World Series on anybody but the Dodgers, I don't see it. I just think the Dodgers are going to roll over this year again, and it's just not going to be close.
I disagree, and I have a conspiracy theory about this too, because I don't even know if I want to go there, but I remember like in the last game of the World Series that we found out Turner got COVID and then he got pulled and then like Snell got taken off the mound and he was pissed. I feel like they pulled Snell because if other guys start popping up COVID positive now, and why wouldn't they, right? We're all in a locker room together. Then the Dodgers don't get to play another game, and they're not going to get to play with their starters. So they pull Snell, get the win, move on with our lives, have a nice day. I think that was completely freaking fixed. So that they didn't want to play the next game. And that's why Snell got pulled, because the Dodgers were all going to test positive the next day. But
wow, I don't even know what to say to that. That is
interesting. They ever tested positive, though?
It's a handicapper right there.
Did they test positive, though?
I don't know. It doesn't matter, though. At the end of Justin Turner did. No one cared anymore because the World Series was over. Like, who cared then, But the fact of the matter is, if one guy on your team's got it, Turner's definitely out for the next game, even though he's like making out with people on the freaking field and sweating and spitting all over them when it was over and they celebrated. But I mean, I'm just saying, I don't like the Dodgers, and I never have, and I never will. And so, sorry, that's mine.
I don't like the Dodgers either, but when it comes to money, I don't have bias.
Oh, I totally do. I don't need to put my money on you. And what's their price anyway? Like to win the World Series, what's their price?
What is it?
3-1 to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Plus 160 to win the pennant.
It's plus money. I mean, you got to put some down. I mean, the Dodgers plus money. I mean,
I'm not.
And listen, I think Bauer he's only had like a good season and a half. It's not even like the guy's been awesome that long. But I think Bueller's the real deal, and I think he's awesome.
I love Walker Bueller.
Everybody else after that. I mean, the lineup is it's like a 1995 American League offense. I mean, that offense is like the Indians back in the day with Manny and Tomei, and it just keeps going on and on and on. It's like just nonstop. Everybody in that lineup, it's 20 homers. It's insane. Max Muncy, he should be an MVP. He might hit 45 home runs this year, and then nobody will talk about him on that team because what's his name? Mookie Betts will have 140 runs scored or something. You know, I mean, it's just a sick lineup. Like, who cares? They have a bad outing. It doesn't make a difference. They just score 7 runs a game.
Yeah. Not to mention they have 3
Cy Young winners. About the over. Like, I don't think you're wrong. I just clearly am salty about them, and I don't like them, and I will not put money on them. That's all I'm saying. Okay, go ahead, Nick. I interrupted. Sorry about that.
No, I was just saying not only do they have this really talented offense, they have 3 Cy Young winners and Walker Bueller.
Yeah. 3 and Bueller.
Clayton Kershaw and Trevor Bauer, and then add Walker Bueller and Dustin May onto that. Like,
I'm not into Kershaw. Like, I don't Kershaw. I don't Lester either. I hate Lester.
But he's a 4th starter now, so it doesn't make a difference. That guy, they could, you know, he can pitch every other week because they're going to bring in Gosselin or somebody, or like you mentioned, May. Come on, that guy. You want to see that guy with 109 innings on him in September, and then he's ready for the playoffs?
Hell no.
And listen, he gets knocked on for his he gets shelled in the postseason. He'll have like a crap inning and give up 3 runs or 4 runs, so like kind of bloats his ERA. He hasn't been that terrible. I mean, I went through his numbers one time. He's had like a bad inning, and that excuse the number. So you could say, "Oh, he choked." You're not choked. You're playing against the best team. You're in the division series. It's the championship series for the NL or the World Series. It's not like you're playing some garbage team and the Pirates get you for 7 runs in 2 1/3. No, you give up 4 runs, and who are they going to? Because their bullpen's been spotty forever, right? I mean, as good as the bullpen is, Kansas Jensen comes in and, oh boy, don't go anywhere. Like, let's just how do we win yesterday? You were sitting here holding a bottle. Hold that bottle because we need all the karma we can get off this guy because their bullpen's always been suspect. So they leave him in to pitch too long. What are you gonna do? Ride your guy. These guys are Met fans. They know all about that with Matt Harvey. Leave the guy in there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All right. Who else are we looking at? Higgs, I think it's your turn.
All right, we'll head to the AL. I'm going under Yankees. So last I saw this number was up in like 96 range, and I don't like it. And I'm a Yankee fan. I like the Yanks. It's Cole, and as deep as we're talking about the Dodgers, this pitching staff is, I got guys who've pitched a grand total of 4 innings last year, and they're supposed to come in and pitch like it's 3 years ago with Kluber and Talon and Severino and Deivi Garcia, guys haven't pitched, and you expect them to be healthy. I don't expect them to be healthy. And it's good. Listen, the lineup is great. I get it, but this is a chunk load of wins, and everybody I think is overlooking Tampa Bay because they lost more and they lose Snell. That's fine. But they bring in Hill. They bring back Archer. They got some third other guy. Who's the third guy they brought in? Off the top of my head.
Archer.
They brought in Waka, Hill,
yes.
and Strickland.
Rich Hill's a guy. He's good for 5 innings. You guys gives up like 2 hits. You're like, oh, I like Rich Hill on the mound, but he never completes the game. Tampa Bay's invented the opener. So you have a guy go 1 inning, 2 innings. Yep. These 3 guys are perfect for Tampa Bay because they can only go 4 innings. That's all you need because Tampa Bay has a circus line. It's a clown car opens up, and they got a guy who comes in and throws 102 miles an hour. So they don't need these guys to go more than 4 innings. Nope. So the pitching staff is going to be great. They got bullpen guys you never even heard of are going to come in and be like, who the hell is this guy? Throws 104 miles an hour just gassing people. And they finally got some offensive players. And last year, did their offensive players like Meadows even perform? And he's still in the World Series. Forget it. If Franco's if he gets called up, which I don't think they'll bring him up, as how world is he supposed to be, this offense is still going to generate runs, but the pitching staff shouldn't be overlooked. So I don't see the Yankees winning. I think Toronto's going to step up and beat them a little bit. I think the Red Sox offense, people hit this Yankee staff because the bullpen, I'm not high in this Yankee bullpen. They got some nice names, but they're a little long in the tooth for me. Chapman's up there, Brayton's up there, so no. And, as a Yankee fan, I've seen them lose to the Orioles. They get in these slugfests with them. So Yeah, under the 95, easy 96, whatever it is. I'm going under the Yanks. I don't see it.
I'm with you on that. Remember, like at the beginning of last season, they had that whole time where they were just bad. They were injured. They weren't doing well, and they were still like minus 300, minus 250 until anyone caught on. I was hammering the Yankees. So hardcore. All right. Nick,
listen, I don't recommend with Cole because that guy's the one guy's going to come out and go 7 or 8 innings every game. But everybody else, look, Kluber's on a mountain lane 260. I'm going the other way. I don't care. I don't care how good because Stanton's going to pull a rib. Judge will hurt his leg. It's just going to, it's a revolving door of DHs and first basemen on that team. Guys who everybody's, Sanchez is. Trade somebody. Can we get a solid pitcher? Why can't you get a solid pitcher behind Cole?
Yeah, even Cole wasn't Cole last season, too. It took him a minute to get his stuff together, too. All right, Nick, who are you liking next?
Tampa under. I feel like this team is. I know. I'm going to say all this, and then they're gonna go out and they're gonna win 92 games and make the playoffs again on me. But I don't know. I just see like that loss of Morton and the loss of Snell. I know you mentioned that, but now they have Glass now. I think Archer is over the hill. He's Michael Watkins. Meh. Like these pitchers, I know. Now
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. They're not studs. I totally agree. I can see that.
Now they'll go to Tampa and they'll find a magical horseshoe out their ass and pull off a 90-win season again. And then you get people in the bullpen. You were saying, oh yeah, these no names throwing 100-mile-an-hour heat. Yeah, who's this Castillo guy? Who's this Fairbanks guy? Who's this Anderson guy? Like they were studs last year. I don't know. I just feel like 85.5 is a little bit high for them in this division. I think the Yankees team is going to be good. They are going to take some games from them. The Red Sox team, I think, is going to be better than we expect them to be. And then this Toronto team is going to be really good. And I feel like just the level of competition, it's actually under 85.5, but for that. But yeah, I feel like this level of competition that the Rays are going to be going up against this year, maybe a little much for them. They're going to be splitting a lot with Yankees and Red Sox and Blue Jays, but I just feel like now that I say they're going to go under 85.5. Now this was the one I probably was the most on the fence with, but I feel like now that I said they're going to go under, they're gonna burn me and go over. But it is what it is. I have the
how old are you?
21.
20. Okay, so I don't even know if they teach you in school. You're talking about guys being over the hill down here in Tampa. Like Ponce de Leon looked for like the fountain of youth in Florida. That's why all the old people go to retire because there's literally a fountain of youth in Florida. So of course. Yeah. Archer and Hill and Waka are going to be 100% healthy, and this team is going to win 99 games. Mark it. You'll see them in the championship series for the AL.
I love the Rays. And I feel like the Rays need some kind of like MLB bonus because I feel like they train to go out. Like the better pitchers come out of the Rays. Like Eovaldi, you could get that dude at plus 200 till he's a Red Sox. You could get Happ at plus 185 till he's a Yankee. And now old Snell's gone to the Padres, but the Rays are a tough team. I see what you're saying, though, that they could be in a letdown spot after how high they got last year and then losing their ace. But, I mean, I'm with Higgs. I think this team is – you just don't see them coming. They're stacked. I like the Rays. I'm with the Rays here. What do you got going on, Tim?
First of all, with Higgs, as a Mets fan, I love hearing nothing more than the Yankees and the under. That is music to my ears. But in terms of
you bring up Scott Kazmir.
With my AL East team, I'm going to go over the Blue Jays. And Lenny in the chat saying that they're going to win the division. I got you. I think that they will win the division. I think that they can pull it off against over the Yankees. This team looked really, really good last year. They made the playoffs. Yes, they're an 8 seed. They lost to the Rays. They were still in a young learning state. And what did they do over the offseason? They got Hung-Shin Ryu. They got Steven Matz. So they built up the rotation a little bit. Their bullpen is looking pretty well. They signed Simeon. They signed Springer. Vlad Guerrero Jr. should have another good year. Biggio and Bichette should be able to do it. This team should be fun, exciting to watch, and I think they could win the division.
I'm with that. And I heard Vlad did like major workouts. What was the number on the Blue Jays over?
87.5.
Yeah, I heard Vlad was doing workouts. He's like slimmed down 42 pounds. He's faster now. He's more agile. I'm so into the Blue Jays. Like, I really am.
I
So I love
like them.
Power.
It's just there's just no like ace, like reused up there a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I love Robbie Ray, but he's all over the place. Mats, maybe you're just high because you love Mats. Roark. I think you know what I'm saying. Like this team is kind of similar to what we got in Tampa with their staff. Like you got a young guy in Pearson, who I had a rookie of the year ticket on last year, which I think he'll be improved because the offense is good enough to carry him. But it's like the staff is what are you getting out of staff? Can the bullpen carry him if the staff goes down? No. I like the Jays. I like them. I mean, I hope they're a playoff team because the offense is exciting.
I feel like their offense will be able to carry their team in general. I think the young bats will be able to pull off some high scoring games to the point where maybe if some starting pitchers or relief pitchers have a bad outing, the offense will just pick up the score and move on.
I hope they're good.
But one thing I did notice. Yeah, one thing I did notice with the Blue Jays team last year, because I for about half the season I did play DFS for it, and trying to stack the Blue Jays was very frustrating because it was never Vlad has a great game, the same game as Bo Bichette, the same game as Biggio. It was always only like one or two of them hits a solo shot, and that's just about it. Like they don't string together hits. They're it just feels like they're all just solo shots. That's the only thing I'm really worried about is this team being able to put up more than just relying on the home runs, which that's just my biggest question with this team.
They can cover the overs. Yes, I agree with that one. Sorry, I was pointing at.
Sorry. Yeah, cover the overs by themselves. Yes, we agree, Lenny. Yes, we agree.
Especially in Florida, man. Nice. That's good. That's good fly ball weather down there.
Same with the Rangers. Rangers are a huge over team when they play at home.
In Texas,
especially at nighttime.
Also,
all right, Higgs, what else do you got?
We're going to go to Central, and we're not going to talk about Lenny's Indians. I love that. Haven't had a good season since Charlie Sheen era. Love that. I love that movie's hilarious. Bob Uecker.
I played for him.
I'm going to go over Kansas City, 73.5. I love me some White Sox. Was on them heavy last year, and I like the lineup there. But I think this Kansas City team is really kind of overlooked. They bring in Benintendi. I can't even pronounce his name. Benintendi. Sal Perez. I think he's a free agent this year.
He's still with them though.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You got a little incentive to perform a little bit. It's payday time. So again, like I said about the other things last year, a little bit of anomaly the way some of the star players didn't perform up to stuff. It is what it is. But I like him. I like who they just got. Who's that? The kid, Whit Mary. What's that?
Merrifield. Yeah. And Jorge Soler.
I just call him like Hit Merrimore. That guy just hits like a ton. He just gets on base. Soler is a 40 home run guy. You know, this team is like quietly good, and the pitching, like we saw them, they came out of the blue to get to the World Series, right? I mean, I think they're kind of on that. Lenny, listen, I think you're wrong. I just we'll see. I think they brought back who did just bring back their old reliever out of Colorado at a crap year. Not that he's gonna rehab again. What was Greg Holland? I think it was. Okay. This team. It's just everybody's on. You got the White Sox, right? They're all the young upcoming team.
Oh yeah.
You're going to talk about Minnesota. Minnesota's got all the lineup if they could stay healthy. This is Minnesota, and then you got the Indian talk because they still got some decent pitchers over in that organization. But I think Kansas City is a under the radar team here. They're going to steal some wins, 73.5. It's not that hard to go, 76 and 82 or something like that. They're going to be close to a 500 team, I believe. So I'm going to go over Kansas City. Nobody's talking about it. Everyone's talking about how bad Detroit is.
There might be a reason for that, though.
That's all right. That's why I'm going to look at that lineup and be like, these guys could score some runs. You're not going to see them coming.
I like
the whole division's weak. What are you talking about, Lenny? I mean,
the
Twins and the White Sox are
easy.
They can easily represent that White Sox pitching staff.
I was about to say, hold on.
I'm sure one of you guys might have one of those other teams there. I'd be like, come on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Take it away. Tell this guy that the Central's solid.
Yeah. The Twins. I got the Twins on this one. Over 88.5 wins. And sneak peek, they're also my pennant team. But I think this team is going to retain a lot. They retained a lot of players. They didn't lose too much. Odorizzi is a big loss in Trevor May. Other than that, I mean, they lost Bailey, Clippard, and Rosario. They add Simmons, they add Robles, which is a nice little bullpen piece. He was closing games in LA. And then they also add J.A. Happ as well. I think this rotation's a little underrated. But Barrios, Kenta Maeda, Pineda's, and then Happ is a little underrated as well. Plus, this team can hit for days. Kepler, Donaldson, Cruz, like they've got tons and tons of hitters that can put the ball out of the ballpark. They hit tons of home runs a couple years ago. They're going to do the same thing this year. They're gonna be one of those teams where they're going to play a lot of overs. They're going to score a lot of runs, and they're going to win a lot of games. And I think that they can definitely compete with a team like the Yankees or the Blue Jays from the East.
All right.
Agree.
I like it. It's not just because you're a twin, though, is it? I'm just saying.
No.
Fair enough. All right, Tim, what do you got going on?
All right, let's look at the other dominant team in the division. Let's go look at the Chicago White Sox. And wink, wink, my pennant team. But Chicago White Sox, they were very impressive last year. Won the division. They won the division, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they won the division last year. Shortened season, whatever. Their over-under is 90.5. I have them going over. I have them 92, 93 wins, which I feel is going to be good enough to win the division. Rotation got better. They signed Lynn. I'll even throw a prop bet on for anybody who does futures prop bets for players. Lucas Giolito, Cy Young. I'll put that one out there now. Bullpen is strong. Jose Abreu's coming back from an MVP season. Grandal and Mercado should have solid years. Jimenez, Robert, Anderson, they're all becoming elite hitters. And this team is going to be dangerous for this year and a couple years to come. Yeah. I think that this team has a definite shot of making the World Series this year.
What's the number on the over?
90.5 wins.
All right. You're on the board.
I had a Eloy Jimenez last year to lead the league in homers. So I agree. I think that guy's. You don't think he can hit some homers out there? I mean, I was expecting Abreu to be, MVP. I thought I was hoping Eloy would be the MVP personally, but what he could do. This guy's like Lenny's like the league is weak. What? Yeah, I mean, if you're a Detroit fan, hey, you like the Tigers, bro. I mean, like, come on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus,
that's just wishful thinking right there.
Yeah, plus some free, easy wins for the White Sox and the Indians and the Twins when they go up against the Tigers.
I'll take that, Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, I'll take that
sandwich.
Lenny, where are you from? Where do you live, Lenny? What state are you in?
You got to be in Detroit if you're rooting for the Tigers. I mean, why?
Who knows? I got a truck. I can drive. I don't care. I'll go. I'll get one of their. I had a cheesesteak from their place. I was like, that's terrible. Chicken cheesesteak. I like my chicken.
Yeah.
I saw someone's like, I guess he came in late. He was talking about who's the Yankees rotation after Cole. Exactly. I mean, you got Kluber, Ty. You got two guys that got injury guys. Guys who haven't. I just can't trust a staff like that.
Yeah, the Yankees are just yanking. They're getting older veteran players that might be over the hill. Might be past their prime.
I mean, listen, Kluber's healthy. Could he win 23 games there? For sure if he goes 5 innings. I mean, the lineup's fitting. Yeah, but do I expect him to be that way? Nope.
We have a consensus.
He's in Vegas. All right, I'll see you in Vegas in a couple months, bro. I'll come see you. That's a 2-hour flight when I get down to the border. I'm close. I'm coming.
All right, what else do we got?
We're going west and AL West. I'm going to go over Angels, 83.5. Now, this team. Can their pitching staff finally show up? That's what I'm betting this on. Like they could finally. People aren't dying. Guys' arms aren't breaking. People's elbows aren't giving out. Like the baseball gods finally say, Mike Trout, you're really great. We're going to, give you a winning season. I like their defense. They picked up the shortstops pretty solid. Big step up there. This is just Ohtani looks good. Pitching and hitting looks healthy. So this is really like a flyer kind of bet on a team because I think Texas is going to be bad. I don't think Seattle's going to be all that good. Oakland, I love the Oakland staff. It's great, all these young guys. But they just lost their best player. He's on the Blue Jays now. They actually got rid of their Chris Davis monster home run guy, and they brought back garbage shortstop. He's the shortstop. I'm a better shortstop, and I'm 46 and 280. I mean, like, what the hell? I mean, that guy's terrible. Might as well just put a block out there, one of the fan posters. So I'm a little worried about the offense. I know you got Olsen and Chapman there at the corners are pretty good guys, but I'm going LA. I just think it's Trout's year. This team's got to perform one time in 10. Can they just perform as a team for once? I'm going my gut here. No real rhyme or reason. I just think they're ready. I just think we're going to get the health is going to. Sometimes the teams, their little stars align up. Like, things happen. So I'm guessing that's my take on the Angels here. So I could have went on like another way here, but I'm going Angels because I don't know. Between Ohtani and him, I think they're two great players, and they should be able to carry a team. If someone else performs, just somebody, please, Lord, give this guy some help.
Right. Lenny, it's not that I disagree. He said, look at her face. She disagrees. It's not that I disagree. I have like this inherent hatred towards Mike Trout. And I don't like, in a past life, I think he cheated on me or something. Like, I just freaking can't stand that guy. He's like this vanilla, like I feel like he flutters around places. I don't know. I know he's the best player in baseball. It's like my thing with LeBron. Like, I get it. You're good. I'd punch you in the throat. You annoyed the piss out of me. You just did. You bug me so much, Mike Trout. I don't know. Get a motorcycle. Grow a stubble. I don't know. He just bugs me. It's obviously he bugs me. But I agree with you, the Angels. I mean, it's not. I wasn't disagreeing with Higgs. I made a face about Mike Trout. So I don't know what he did to me, but I feel like it was in a past life because this is deep. And I don't watch the Angels. I haven't watched the Angels since like Erstad and Eckstein and them. Okay, go ahead, Twins. What do you say?
I just want to know how Joe Exotic has the internet in jail. How's Joe Exotic?
And no, mayonnaise is not an instrument, Joe Exotic.
No, it's not.
Mayonnaise is a staple food group, though, at the top of the food chain. Mayonnaise on French fries, mayonnaise on hot dogs, just mayonnaise on a spoon.
Oh, God.
Shockingly, I eat like that, but I have no cholesterol problems. None. I was at the doctor's in February. My cholesterol's low. My blood pressure was 100/67, and I was 293 at the time. And I walked up 2 flights of stairs. I'm the healthiest fat guy you've ever seen. Although I'm down to 273. I'm down to 273 on last Wednesday, so. And I eat mayonnaise out of the jar with a spoon.
Oh, my God.
No, God, no, please, no.
Don't do that. I do eat a lot of mustard, though. You know, mustard cures hiccups. I know you've had, like, hiccup issues, Higgs. If you do a spoonful of mustard, it fixes it. That's
I like yellow. When I do egg
crab.
salad, it's strictly yellow mustard in my egg salad with one yolk.
That's what's up with the get down right there. I did snap. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. That's how I feel.
I'm gonna send you a Trout jersey.
It makes sense with the Trout, because I was the same way for a while with A-Rod. I could not stand him.
Best player ever.
You know
I
what?
love A-Rod then when he played, when he was at the Rangers with I-Rod. I loved them. And then when he became a Yankee, I was okay. But now that he can't figure out how to eat a hot dog when he commentates games, he's dead to me. We're good here, A-Rod. We're good.
He doesn't want to get on a suit. He doesn't want the mayonnaise to squirt off his hot dog onto his suit.
It was literally like he's like, well, what end goes in my mouth? It was bad. Okay, sorry. All right, Nick and Tim, go ahead.
Anyway, Angels, go.
Anyway, baseball, yes. Angels, I had the same team up. I agree. I have them over as well. Their rotation should be strong enough to support them through the games. This is a big question mark, but I do think that they will be able to hit enough. Trout, Rendon, Pujols hopefully will do enough. Shohei Ohtani, Fowler, Upton, they all should be able to. If they all can hit this year and they all stay healthy,
yes. Healthy.
I feel like this team could be a playoff team. I feel like the Astros should be on a decline. Losing a couple players. They did sign Brantley back, but they should be on a decline. I feel like the Angels could win this division with 85 wins. Oakland shouldn't be good. Seattle's not going to be good, and Texas is a joke. So Angels should be able to win this division.
All right, so 2 first. So that's a solid one then. people
I
at
think we
home.
can get
That's
him-
a solid one. If you guys haven't yet, give those thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. You guys know the drill. We need that stuff to keep putting out free content to y'all. All right, so Angels it is. Nick, did you give one? I feel like you need
Nope.
one. Yeah.
Nope. And see, with the West, you guys gave the Angels. Now I could have gone to the Astros. I could have gone to the Athletics. I wanted to look at Seattle for this one. I feel like they're not going to be a good team, but they're going to be a little underrated. 71.5 wins, I think, is a little low for this team. That's asking this team to not lose more than 90 games, which I think is doable. This team is kind of sneaky a little bit last year. They have decent hitting. Dylan Moore didn't look bad. Lewis wasn't terrible. Seager could hit. I mean, they've got okay. I mean, their pitching is the only thing that's really questionable. Marco Gonzalez, Kikuchi, Paxton, Sheffield, Flexen. I mean, that's the only thing that really worries me with this team is that pitching staff is dreadful, it looks like on paper. I feel like just 71.5 wins is just a little disrespectful to this Mariners team. I think they're going to take a little bit of a step up. They're a young team. They're going to get some wins. I think they're going to be close to like where the Royals were when you would describe them in that division. Maybe a couple games behind them, but I think that this Mariners team, 71.5, I think that's just a little low.
All right. I could get behind that. That was good analysis. I'm with it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do, teams are going to beat up on Texas. You got Oakland, who could be either way. And Houston, I think, I mean, I know people like that staff. I don't know. I mean, they got young. Okay, they have young, good pitchers. Well, let's see how they perform. Oakland's got some great young pitching prospects. Well, let's see what they do. I mean, one will crash, one will soar. You know, I mean, you need more than one guy for the team to be good. So I agree with you on that, Seattle.
I did. One of my friends who lives in Hawaii had me put in a future bet for the Mariners, and I did it. And there was but it wasn't the Mariners. I had done it for the Marlins, and then he got it, and he was like, "No, I said Mariners." And then so I go and get that, and the number's just like horrible. And he's sending me to this is like before the app, and I'm like back and forth to this book. I'm texting him numbers, all this. I'm like, the Mariners are not going to win. Like, you don't need a future on this team. They are not going to win the World Series. Dear God, I quit. I'm over this. And I sold the Marlins ticket to one of my other friends. I'm like, F this. I'm so done with this Mariner talk. But I see what you're saying. It's a new season. So I get that. Lenny says, yeah, it depends on which Seattle team shows up. They can't stay consistent, but 71 is pretty low. I agree with that.
Where's Elliot from, Allie? I know
he's in Brooklyn.
He's all right. Yeah, what Jersey? What the hell are you talking about, Ellie? Go get a good slice of pizza from a place. I mean, there's delis in New York. There's got to be some Italian joint you can go to and get nice prosciutto and fresh mozzarella with a roasted red pepper on an Italian roll or something. What?
Oh yeah, saying let's go get Jersey Mike's in New Jersey. That's like walking into New York City. All right, let's go get some pizza. Walks up to Sbarro.
Yeah, let me go to Sbarro's get pizza. I'm in New York City. I'm dying for. I mean, my first time in New York. Yeah, all right. Let me just go to McDonald's.
Why?
Oh my! If I went to New York, I would want to hit White Castle. That would be my thing, which we actually have one in Vegas now, but it's not the same as like when I was little and I lived in New York and I went to White Castle. And
I used to kill like a crave case. I'd get a 30-pack crave case of cheese for myself. I'd eat that. That would be like one sitting.
Oh my God. That's insanity.
Well, they're tiny little sandwiches. So
they're tiny. That's like a bite. It was like a bite sandwich. Yeah. And then you go through a roll of toilet paper about 4 hours later.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you're not going to.
And no matter you drink I mean, you wouldn't even like rinse out with a bottle of mouthwash. You'd actually like swallow it and it still affect your breath for days, the onion.
Oh, gross.
The White Castle. There's no White Castles in Texas, apparently. I'm always like, there's no White Castle there. I'm like, who the hell gives a crap about White Castle? I'll have a nice full-size Whataburger.
Fair enough. The Beastie Boys say, I chill at White Castle because it's the best, but I fly at Fat Burger when I'm way out west.
That's right. White Castle fries only come in one size.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
We could bust out some Beastie Boy rhymes.
Oh, we could go all day. I used to work with a guy at Rocco's New York Italian Deli here in Vegas, and that was our thing, was like throwing back the food lines from the Beastie Boy, like Sam the Butcher bringing Alice the meat. She's the cheese and I'm the macaroni. I mean, we go on for hours with this business. They talk about
cheese and I'm the macaroni.
I'll stir fry you in my wok. Yeah.
Wait, they don't have crushed ice in Vegas? No crushed ice?
No, it's hard to find here, and people lose their shiz when they find it. They're like, "You have good ice," and I'm like, "I don't eat ice. I'm not an ice person." But apparently, there's like good ice and not good ice.
Yep, there is.
And so crushed
Go
ice.
fight crazy. I'm more. I'm not as
Greens and Proteins has it.
as a big cat as I am. I'm not a big potato guy, so I'm not. I don't get fries a lot, but not fries, not potatoes.
I live on potatoes and
Pasta.
tortilla chips.
No pasta either.
Yeah, a lot of pasta.
Nah.
All right, we've been on for an hour, gentlemen. Anything else we got to talk about real quick?
World Series.
Oh, that old thing.
Well,
right.
yeah, we'll rattle these out real
Come back
fast.
next Sunday and do this over again. And, we don't have to. We can always come back next Sunday, too. But, yeah, let's get World Series.
Next Sunday is Selection Sunday, so
baseball.
slow that down a second.
Yeah.
Selection Sunday is next Sunday.
Oh, balls.
A lot of work to be done. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we could just fire out. We don't have to really give I don't know. We want to just give out a game. We don't have to really go into
Just give out a team and give out the odds.
Bold prediction: Orioles will not lose 100, huh, Jim? I don't know.
He said it was
for the Dodgers.
And for our World Series pick, do not choose the Dodgers. Choose a different team. That's too easy.
Yeah, okay, that's the rule. No one can pick the Dodgers. Should we put a Jersey Mike sub on this?
White Castle Crave Case. I'm going Rays out of the AL 14-1 and the Nats at 35-1 out of the NL.
Rays 14-1 and the Nats are what?
35-1.
35-1. All right. Nick, what are you thinking about that?
I'm going for the National League, the Atlanta Braves at 10-1. For the American League, I'm looking at the Twins 22-1.
Oh my gosh, 10-1, and then the Twins 22-1.
Oh, don't do it, Gloria. Get off the pasta. Don't do it. Pasta every day.
Who's Gloria? Oh, hey, Gloria.
Pasta every day.
I'm not. There's nothing wrong with that, Gloria. You don't listen to him. You're not even Italian. You don't know.
I am Italian.
I thought I asked you this, and you said you're not Italian. And I was like, you got to correct me. You're so Italian. I'm
Italian. I'm adopted. I have an Irish name
right now.
Adopted into an Irish family, but I'm Italian. Italian.
I swear.
Can you tell? I'm like my hands. I'm just like you when I talk with my hands. What are you talking about? Jesus.
My mother gives this to me. All right, Tim, who are you liking?
All right, American League, White Sox 10-1. And seeing that Nick did the Braves 10-1 for National League, I'll go with the Mets 12-1.
Mets.
Had to throw Mets in there.
I had to.
Yeah, Gloria's Italian.
If we can't pick the Dodgers, might as well.
Everyday little pasta. We're spoiled in Chicago. Oh,
you're not spoiled. You got crap pizza in Chicago.
If I lived in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago pizza. Come on,
New York pizza is better.
Jesus. Chicago pizza.
I agree with New York pizza.
That's funny. Now it's turned into a comedy show now, saying Chicago pizza is better than the East Coast.
I like here in Vegas, we have Naked City Pizza, and the guy's from Buffalo. Chris Palmieri's his name. He's out of Buffalo, and he makes just the most bitchin' Sicilian pizza you ever did have. So you're here in Vegas.
Not square. It's got to be round.
Check out Naked City. Oh, they do like the cup and char pepperoni.
The thing with pizza, when I get it, I have to just cut it into 4 slices because I can't eat 8. So I cut it into 4 because 8's too many.
Roll it up. Okay, so let's do a quick recap.
Nobody gets that joke. I don't know why.
Just roll it. I get it. Remember, I used to eat pizza salad a lot when I lived in New York. I'm fuzzy. Pizza salad, like when you take your oil and vinegar salad and you put it on your pizza and then you fold it in half. It's like a pizza salad. Oh, try it.
That's called ruining your pizza. No,
pizza's just cheese and meat. That's it. I didn't want. I didn't even like the red sauce. Yeah, pineapple.
Shoot! I just started a debate. No.
I've been. You know what? I've had a few times. I kind of like now. I'm getting into like the white pizza with this like the no sauce, just like the nice garlic on it. It's just nice, well done, thin crust. margarita style. It's fabulous.
Oh, I do love
Not
a
a
good.
big. Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a red sauce guy. That's why I don't like pasta. So no red sauce.
Well, fair enough. You haven't had my red sauce. Maybe that's why. All right, let's do a quick recap because now I'm starving and I'm ready to
Pizza
eat.
in Palermo. All right, we're taking a flight out to Palermo now. We got to go to Italy for the pizza, apparently. For Elliot.
Palermo. All right. If you put pineapple on pizza, just leave.
Yeah,
I'm
just go.
into
Bye.
it.
Here you go. Yeah, just don't even come to any of the live chats anymore if you do that. We don't. As much as we like the views, we don't even want to put that in here.
I like pine nuts is my thing on pizza. I really like pine nuts on pizza.
All right, I don't even know if I could be here next week.
A little pignole for you. Okay, so let's recap real quick. Nats for season win totals, we like Nats going over 84.5. The Braves going over their 91.5. Mets are going over 89.5. I hope you guys took notes. Brewers over 83.5. Cubs, we're liking them to go under, not expecting much out of them at 79.5. Reds under the 82.5. I'm tired of saying and a half. You know, when you say something enough times in a row, it doesn't make sense to you anymore. I'm that way with and a half right now. Rockies under. We're going to take the Padres over. I have a future on the Padres, so I feel like I should get a season win total going over on them now too. The gross Dodgers at over 103.5. The Yankees under 96. Everyone loves to hear that. Yeah. Rays going under the 85.5. Higgs and I disagree though. We're going over on that one. Yeah. And then the Blue Jays over 87.5. Royals over 73. Twins over 88. White Sox over 90.5. We're getting there. We gave a lot of good picks here. Angels going over 83 and a hook. That's how I can do it. Mariners over 71.5. And then for the World Series, Higgs is rocking the Rays 14-1 and the Nationals 35-1. I think Nick said Braves 10-1 and the Twins at 22-1. Scroll. And then Tim said, it says 22-1, I promise. And then Tim said White Sox at 10-1 and the Mets at 12-1. And that is what we are rolling with. I hope you guys got some good information out of that. Next Sunday is Selection Sunday. You're right there. So we definitely, I think that's what we're going to be talking about next week on the Capper Q&A. Because what else is there to talk about at that point when it's Selection Sunday? So yeah, it's like my favorite Sunday of the year.
It'll be Snub Sunday. So who got the snubs?
Yeah, I don't feel like Duke has not been there in my lifetime. And definitely since I was 11 years old and I started following them. So this is going to be a strange one for me.
No Duke in the bracket? That sounds beautiful to me.
Yeah, I know. A lot of you will be very happy about that. I understand.
Duke's going to sneak in when they knock off, I think they're playing Boston College in the first round. Then they're going to knock off Louisville, and they're going to have a closely contested game against FSU, and then somehow make their way into the bracket.
I hope you're right.
As a 4 seed.
Like crystal ball.
They'll be on the 3 line.
No.
Oh gosh, let me find out. Duke gets to be like an 11 seed and they knock their way through. No, I never had hope. I haven't even given up hope because I never had it. You know, that's just it. It'll just be a surprise, happy day. If that's what happened. Yeah, Duke's got real fans. Oh, you hush you. All right, guys, that's about it for us. Thank you, Sean Higgs. Follow him at real_Higgs on Twitter. You can find the Earle Sports Bets. You can search Earle Sports Bets on YouTube or at Earle Sports Bets on Twitter. Let me type it in because of the spelling. There we go. If you want to find these guys, they're doing all kinds of shows this week too for brackets. And Tim is coming on tomorrow morning with me at 1 p.m. Eastern, and he's going to break down the esports competition that's going on.
ESL Pro League, it's Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Okay, that's what it is. We're betting on people playing video games, right? That's what it is. I love it. let's see what happens. So like, no, can you like pull a thumb? Like, are there injuries? Probably not, right?
There have been players who went out due to hand injuries, yes, and carpal tunnel.
I can believe it because my kids play all day. Like I feel it, so I get that. I get that. All right, guys, and then don't forget we're sticking with our promo code March. So if you head over to picksandparlays.net, that's where you can find Sean Higgs premium picks for everything that's going on right now. I don't know why I said for. It's where you can find his premium picks. Period. End of sentence. Okay, guys, I will see you soon. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you guys got a lot of good info. Give us that thumbs up if you haven't already, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 1 p.m. Eastern with some Counter-Strike talk. All right?